ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being here today. Self-confidence is a journey, a deeply personal experience that touches every aspect of our lives. We all know people who seem to exude it effortlessly, but I'm here to tell you that self-confidence isn't something we're born with, it's something we build. The first step to building true confidence is self-awareness. It's about knowing who you are at your core. What are your strengths? Where are your weaknesses? This level of self-reflection is essential because when we understand ourselves, we can focus on what makes us great and work on the areas where we can improve. It's not about perfection, it's about knowing where we stand and embracing it. But let's be honest, life throws challenges at us constantly. Here's the secret: every challenge is an opportunity to grow. Confidence is born from struggle. It's easy to feel on top of the world when things are going well, but the real question is, how do you feel when they're not? That's where self-confidence is tested and strengthened. When you face your fears, take on new challenges, and embrace failure as a learning tool, you grow. Another critical element is the way we speak to ourselves. Self-talk is power, more than we realize. Think about it every day. The most important conversation you have is the one you have with yourself. If you're always telling yourself you're not good enough, not smart enough, or not capable enough, your mind will believe it. But when you switch that narrative to positive, encouraging, and empowering thoughts, your mind shifts too, and confidence begins to rise. Surrounding yourself with the right people is just as important. We all know that person who, with one comment, can make us feel small. Those are the people we need to distance ourselves from. Surround yourself with people who see the best in you, who lift you up and challenge you to grow. The company you keep plays a significant role in how confident you feel. Most importantly, self-confidence is built through action. You can think about being confident all you want, but until you take that first step, nothing changes. It's about stepping out of your comfort zone, even when it scares you. Every action you take, no matter how small, is a building block toward greater confidence. And remember, this isn't a one-time thing. Consistency is key. Self-confidence is like a muscle. You have to work on it regularly. Keep showing up for yourself, keep believing in your abilities, and watch how that confidence grows. In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, self-confidence is not an elusive trait reserved for a lucky few. It is available to all of us. By becoming more self-aware, embracing challenges, controlling our inner dialogue, surrounding ourselves with the right people, and taking action consistently, we can build a confidence that will carry us through any situation life throws our way. Self-confidence begins with self-awareness. It's the foundation upon which true confidence is built. Without self-awareness, it becomes difficult to have a clear sense of who you are, what you stand for, and where your strengths and weaknesses lie. But what does self-awareness really mean, and why is it so vital to developing self-confidence? At its core, self-awareness is about understanding yourself on a deep level. It's about recognizing your thoughts, emotions, and actions in any given situation and understanding how they align with your values, goals, and personal beliefs. When you're self-aware, you're in tune with both your strengths and your weaknesses. This knowledge becomes a guiding force, helping you navigate through life's challenges and opportunities with confidence. Why is self-awareness so crucial to self-confidence? The answer lies in its ability to provide clarity. When you know yourself well, you're less likely to be swayed by external opinions or the judgment of others. You understand what motivates you, what you're good at, and where you need improvement. This self-knowledge becomes a source of strength because it allows you to focus on the areas where you excel while being honest about where you can grow. A common misconception about self-confidence is that it's tied solely to competence in a particular area. While competence certainly contributes to confidence, it's not the whole story. Confidence comes from an inner belief that, regardless of the outcome, you are capable of handling whatever comes your way. And that belief starts with self-awareness. It's knowing that you don't have to be perfect at everything, but that you have the ability to learn, adapt, and grow. For example, let's say you've always struggled with public speaking. You might be tempted to think that because you're not naturally gifted in this area, you'll never be a confident speaker. But if you're self-aware, you'll recognize that while public speaking may not come easily to you, It's an area where you can improve. You'll also acknowledge the areas where you excel, perhaps in your ability to organize your thoughts or connect with others one-on-one. This self-awareness allows you to approach the challenge with confidence, not because you're already a great speaker, but because you know your strengths and are willing to work on your weaknesses. Self-awareness also plays a critical role in how you respond to criticism and setbacks. Without it, it's easy to internalize negative feedback and let it damage your self-esteem. But when you're self-aware, you can distinguish between constructive criticism that helps you grow and unhelpful negativity that doesn't serve you. You understand that criticism is not a reflection of your worth, but an opportunity to learn and improve. This perspective is essential for building resilience, which is a key component of lasting self-confidence. Self-awareness allows you to set realistic expectations for yourself. When you have a clear understanding of your abilities and limitations, you're less likely to set yourself up for failure by pursuing unrealistic goals or comparing yourself to others. You know what you're capable of, and you're willing to put in the work to achieve your goals step by step. This grounded approach fosters a healthy sense of self-confidence, one that is based on reality rather than wishful thinking or external validation. Another aspect of self-awareness is emotional intelligence. When you're self-aware, you're not only in tune with your thoughts and actions, but also your emotions. You recognize when fear, anxiety, or self-doubt is creeping in, and you know how to manage these emotions rather than letting them control you. This emotional regulation is crucial to maintaining confidence, especially in high-pressure situations. You're able to stay calm and focused, knowing that your emotions are just one part of the equation and don't define your abilities. Ultimately, self-awareness is about being honest with yourself. It's about embracing both your strengths and your weaknesses without judgment. It's about knowing that you are a work in progress, and that's okay. This honesty fosters a deeper sense of self-acceptance, which is the cornerstone of true self-confidence. When you accept yourself fully, flaws and all, you no longer feel the need to prove yourself to others. You become confident in who you are, not because you're perfect, but because you're authentic. In conclusion, self-awareness is not just the starting point for self-confidence, it's the foundation that sustains it. It provides clarity, resilience, and emotional balance, all of which are essential for navigating life with confidence. By cultivating a deep understanding of yourself, you can build a sense of self-confidence that is rooted in reality, grounded in self-acceptance, and resilient in the face of challenges. Self-confidence is often thought of as something that comes from success, but in reality, it is forged through challenges. Every time we face an obstacle, we have an opportunity to grow. While challenges may seem daunting or even discouraging at first, they are, in fact, the very moments that help us build strength, resilience, and ultimately self-confidence. It's how we respond to these obstacles that makes all the difference. When we experience setbacks, it's natural to feel a sense of failure or inadequacy. We often tend to focus on the negative aspects, what went wrong, how we didn't measure up, or why we couldn't meet our expectations. But what if we shifted our mindset? Instead of viewing challenges as a sign of defeat, we can begin to see them as opportunities for growth. This perspective is crucial because every challenge presents a chance to learn something new about ourselves and to develop skills we didn't know we had. Confidence doesn't grow when everything is easy. It grows when we push ourselves beyond what feels comfortable, when we face adversity, and when we come out stronger on the other side. It's through these experiences that we prove to ourselves what we are capable of. Even when the outcome isn't what we hoped for, simply having the courage to face a challenge is a victory in itself. Each time we do, our confidence gets a little stronger because we realize that we can handle more than we initially thought. Think about the moments in your life when you've grown the most. Were they times when everything went perfectly? Or were they moments when you had to overcome something difficult? It's likely the latter. That's because challenges force us to tap into our inner resources, strength, determination, resilience that we might not otherwise access. These qualities are what build true self-confidence, the kind that stays with us long after the challenge has passed. The key is to embrace challenges, not shy away from them. It's easy to avoid situations that make us uncomfortable or seem too difficult. But by doing so, we miss out on valuable opportunities for growth. When we avoid challenges, we remain stuck in our comfort zone. And while it might feel safe there, it doesn't allow us to grow. Confidence can only be built by stretching beyond what feels easy. The more we face challenges head on, the more confident we become in our ability to handle whatever life throws our way. It's also important to remember that challenges don't always have to be monumental. They can be small, everyday obstacles that require us to think differently, adapt to new situations, or persevere when things get tough. Each of these moments is a chance to practice resilience, and with each success, no matter how small, our confidence grows. Over time, these small wins add up, and they build a solid foundation of self-confidence that can carry us through larger challenges. Challenges teach us the value of persistence. Rarely do we succeed on the first try, and that's okay. What matters is that we keep going. Confidence is not about never failing, it's about knowing that failure is a part of the process and having the determination to keep moving forward despite it. Every time we fall and get back up, we reinforce the belief that we are capable of overcoming obstacles. This persistence is at the heart of self-confidence because it shows us that we have the strength to continue, even when things are difficult. Another important aspect of facing challenges is that it helps us redefine our limits. We often underestimate what we're capable of, and it's only when we push ourselves that we realize we're capable of more than we thought. This realization is empowering. When we successfully navigate through difficult situations, our perception of what's possible expands. What once seemed impossible now feels within reach, and with that realization comes a surge in self-confidence. It's also worth noting that challenges help build emotional resilience. When we face adversity, we learn to manage our emotions, fear, frustration, self-doubt more effectively. This emotional regulation is critical because it allows us to stay focused and motivated, even when the going gets tough. The ability to remain calm under pressure and bounce back from setbacks strengthens not just our confidence, but also our overall sense of emotional well-being. In conclusion, challenges are not obstacles to confidence, but pathways to it. Each time we face adversity, we have the opportunity to grow stronger, learn more about ourselves, and build resilience. By embracing challenges, persisting through difficulties, and recognizing our inner strength, we develop a deep, lasting self-confidence that can carry us through life's ups and downs. Every challenge, no matter how big or small, is an opportunity to prove to ourselves that we are capable, resilient, and worthy of confidence. The way we talk to ourselves is one of the most powerful influences on our self-confidence. Every day, we engage in an internal dialogue, thoughts, reflections, and judgments that shape how we see ourselves and the world around us. This self-talk can either build us up or tear us down, depending on its tone and content. Positive self-talk is a crucial element in developing self-confidence because it helps to reshape our mindset and perception of our abilities. Self-talk is a constant stream of thoughts that runs through our minds, sometimes without us even realizing it. These thoughts can be subtle but incredibly impactful. When our inner dialogue is predominantly negative, we begin to doubt ourselves, our abilities, and our worth. Over time, this negativity erodes our confidence. On the other hand, when we actively cultivate positive self-talk, we start to shift our mindset in a way that promotes growth, resilience, and belief in ourselves. The first step to improving self-talk is awareness. We must become conscious of the language we use when we speak to ourselves. Often we are our own harshest critics, saying things to ourselves that we would never say to another person. Imagine telling a friend that they're not smart enough, not good enough, or that they're bound to fail. It sounds cruel, yet many of us do this to ourselves daily. This type of negative self-talk creates a mental environment where confidence cannot thrive. Awareness allows us to catch these negative thoughts in the moment. For example, when you're facing a challenge and your mind starts to fill with self-doubt, I can't do this, I'm going to fail, I'm not capable, you have the opportunity to pause and challenge those thoughts. Are they true? Are they helpful? More often than not, they are based on fear, not reality. By questioning these thoughts, you create space to replace them with something more constructive and positive. Replacing negative self-talk with positive affirmations is a powerful tool for building self-confidence. Affirmations are short, positive statements that reinforce your strengths and capabilities. They are not about ignoring challenges or pretending everything is perfect, but rather about focusing on what is true and empowering. For instance, instead of telling yourself, "I'm going to fail," you can say, "I've prepared for this. I'm capable of handling whatever comes my way." Instead of "I'm not good enough," you might say, "I'm learning and improving every day." These shifts in language may seem small, but over time they have a profound impact on how you see yourself. Positive self-talk doesn't mean avoiding the realities of difficult situations or ignoring areas where you need improvement. Rather, it's about approaching those realities with a growth mindset. When you encounter a setback, instead of thinking, "I'll never get it right," you can say, "This is an opportunity to learn and grow." This mindset allows you to see challenges as temporary and surmountable, rather than permanent barriers to your success. It fosters resilience, which is essential for building self-confidence. Another important aspect of positive self-talk is self-compassion. Many of us are quick to be hard on ourselves when we make mistakes or fall short of our goals. We focus on what we did wrong, magnifying our faults and downplaying our achievements. Self-compassion involves treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you would offer to a friend. Instead of berating yourself for a mistake, you acknowledge that everyone makes mistakes and that it's part of the learning process. By practicing self-compassion, you create a more supportive internal environment where confidence can grow. It's also important to recognize that positive self-talk is not about being overly optimistic or ignoring reality. It's about creating a balanced, realistic, yet hopeful narrative about yourself. For instance, instead of saying, "I'm the best at everything," which might feel false or exaggerated, you can say, "I'm committed to doing my best and learning from my experiences." This type of positive self-talk is grounded in reality, but still encourages a mindset of growth and possibility. Over time, as you consistently practice positive self-talk, you begin to rewire your brain. Neuroscience shows that the thoughts we focus on most frequently become stronger and more automatic. This is called neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to change and adapt. By consciously choosing positive self-talk, you can actually change the patterns in your brain, making it easier for positive thoughts to emerge naturally. This process builds self-confidence from the inside out. It's also worth noting that positive self-talk doesn't eliminate fear or uncertainty, but it helps you manage those emotions more effectively. When faced with a challenge, fear is natural. However, positive self-talk gives you the tools to move through that fear with confidence. You begin to trust in your ability to handle whatever comes your way, even if the outcome isn't guaranteed. This trust is at the heart of self-confidence. In conclusion, the power of self-talk cannot be overstated. It shapes how we see ourselves, how we approach challenges, and ultimately how confident we feel in our abilities. By becoming aware of negative self-talk, challenging it, and replacing it with positive affirmations and self-compassion, we can cultivate a mindset that fosters growth, resilience, and lasting self-confidence. The way we talk to ourselves is a reflection of how we value ourselves, and by choosing positive, empowering thoughts, we build the foundation for unshakable self-confidence. The people we surround ourselves with have a profound impact on our self-confidence. Human beings are social creatures, and our environment plays a significant role in shaping our thoughts, beliefs, and perceptions. When it comes to building self-confidence, the company we keep can either lift us up or drag us down. It is essential to be mindful of who we allow into our lives, because their influence can have a lasting effect on our self-esteem, motivation, and sense of self-worth. We often underestimate just how much the opinions and attitudes of others affect us. If we are constantly around people who criticize, belittle, or undermine us, it's only a matter of time before those negative messages start to seep into our own thinking. This negative influence can chip away at our confidence, making us doubt our abilities and question our worth. On the other hand, when we are surrounded by people who support us, believe in us, and encourage us to pursue our goals, it becomes much easier to maintain a healthy level of self-confidence. It's important to recognize that confidence isn't something that exists in a vacuum. It grows and thrives in a positive environment, and part of creating that environment is choosing the right people to be around. Think about the people in your life, friends, family, colleagues. How do they make you feel? Do they lift you up or bring you down? Are they supportive of your dreams and ambitions, or do they constantly criticize and doubt your choices? These are important questions to ask because the answers will reveal a lot about the impact your social circle has on your confidence. Being around negative or unsupportive people can be incredibly draining. These individuals may not always be overtly malicious, but their constant pessimism, doubt, or lack of encouragement can create a toxic environment for personal growth. For example, if you have a friend who always points out the potential risks or failures in your ideas, even if they think they're being helpful, it can slowly erode your belief in yourself. Over time, you may start to internalize their doubts, and those thoughts will begin to feel like your own. This constant exposure to negativity makes it harder to believe in your abilities and can hold you back from pursuing your goals with confidence. In contrast, when you surround yourself with positive, supportive individuals, you create an environment where self-confidence can flourish. These are the people who encourage you to take risks, who celebrate your successes, and who offer constructive feedback when you stumble. They see your potential and remind you of it, especially in moments when you may have forgotten it yourself. Being around people who believe in you makes it easier to believe in yourself. Their encouragement and positivity become a source of strength that fuels your confidence. Positive relationships are built on mutual respect, trust, and encouragement. When you have people in your life who truly want to see you succeed, they provide a safe space for you to grow and take risks. This doesn't mean they'll always agree with everything you do or say, but when they offer criticism, it's done with the intention of helping you improve, not tearing you down. Constructive feedback from people who care about your growth can actually boost your confidence because it shows that they believe you are capable of better and want to see you succeed.